How you doing? This is me, Zacarias, and we'll talk about a different subject. And I get tired of people bitching and moaning about that. Oh, well, people are entitled to do whatever they also want to do, responsibility to live with their parents and to live under a government. And I look at y'all with stupid microscope and say, excuse me, you the one caused that system. Many of us who was 18 years old, like I was 20 years, but because I'll be 38 this year, we wanted to live on our own, and we wanted to have everything our way and work and be responsible and do all the things that adults are supposed to do. And it was dumb, old school baby boomers and people before them who were so power trippy, and they're the one who was selfish. Didn't realize such thing as future, that wanted to cause that collapse, that wanted people to make them, young people, live there as a slave to them and make them entitled to them, okay? And so many young, older people, some of them did not want their children, when they're adults, by legal standpoints, to being adults. They don't want to make excuses for them. They don't want to say they take care so long as they have a bondage with that person. They, you know, the adult child is under their wing, and they have power over that person in which they fulfill their gratification. So now we rewind back 20 years or 10 years later, and those people who are, you did not want to be an adult, all of a sudden they're living in your house and you're crying about it, you bitching and moaning about it, you whining, say I wish you're out my house and all this other stuff. And some of y'all still don't even realize that these people are adults, they're not kids. I don't care if the kid came out of your womb or you contributing with your sperm. They don't stay a child all their life, they don't stay in diapers. You want them to obey you as an adult, as a parent at adulthood, instead of being, and I'm not the perfect person in the world, being like Galatians chapter, 4 or something, that you need to, you're no longer a slave, you know, other stuff when you're a child or something like that. I forgot what it says in that verse. But I ain't perfect, but people try to distort scripture, trying to control people, and trying to be a bully boss and theatricist and a king or queen of Gentiles to control people, you know what I'm saying, with their stupid interpretation of the Bible, which I'm glad I have always stand guard on it. St. Peter said in the Bible, the 3rd chapter, I ain't perfect, but I'm not going to live perfect on a human being. And so, no, because they didn't die on the cross for me. They're not Jesus. Okay? So, yes, I'm a scoffer and proud of it. You know, you don't correct a scoffer. Okay? You know, Proverbs 9, you know, 7, 9, and was it 15, 12 or something? Yeah, okay? But I laugh at y'all and y'all whining, crying, and dying because you didn't want someone else who are adults to be adult. You wasn't prepared for that, and you was scared. We were scared that the culture and the beliefs that you lived will no longer exist in their lives, which we don't need it. And so I need y'all to stop. If you don't want your children to be these children as adults, and you want them to be independent and self-sufficient, then won't you let them be self-sufficient? That's many times I make mistakes, and I let experience speak for itself and teach me not to make those mistakes. I don't need a bully person who, because you don't mix love and quick temper and rude, love and quick temper, and brew over intro, okay? And I don't want no excuses. I don't care if that's how you was raised. Get that trash out of my face, but Dr. Jungle with the high excuse. But that's the real reason why people are still living at home, or they live under the system, because their parents or grandparents didn't want them at 18 being an adult when it's time to be an adult. They wanted to bully them. They wanted to call it love when there was no love involved in it, which is a stupid, foolish ideology to put that in brainwashing yourself that. They called them ungrateful when they didn't want to live on their little system. But if they let them go, like most animals do, maybe their adulthood will be fulfilled and they don't have to worry about living underneath your and live on your superiority, okay? So that is the real reason why that you have false entitlement. It's not that the kids were only spoiled, but they spoiled them, and then when they became adults, they weren't prepared for them to be adults. So now they crying and whining, and why I never accepted them, and I wasn't raised like this. Well, people don't want to live your upbringing, not me. I'm not interested in that trash. So if a person does not want, let them be entitled to live their life the way how they want to when they turn the age of 18, and you sit back and live your life and go about your business. Okay, they don't need this so-called love, because they ain't love to be bruised and rude and trying to stone block their success as adult, because life is too short. What if when you do leave this world, then who's going to take care of them then? You know, who's going to take care of them then? Let them have their doggone life the way they want to and do what they want to do, and you stand back. If they get hurt, let them pay for their own bill. That's called be responsible. You the one who was the enemy of their adult child's life, not them. They want to adult and be independent from you, but no, you want to be a theatricist. You want to be a controller. You want to be a bully boss, a tyrant, and you know, and scribe Pharisee to that person to control them for your own personal benefit, your own selfish benefit. So now it's at 30, 40, 50 years old or 20, and they're living under your house, and you don't like the fact that their house is not clean because you didn't let that person go when it was time to go. So the point of view, people don't want to live that bullshit back in the day. Not me, not my generation. We're not interested. We hate it. I spit at it. I curse at it. So why are you trying to get someone to learn something who don't want to relearn that? They don't want to live it. Go on with your life and let other people live theirs. Shoot, when I have adult children, they're not going to be living underneath me. They're going to learn how to be an adult. If they get in some deep shit, I had to let them know, hey, tough love, you got to take care of your own business. I'm not that I don't love you, but I didn't raise you to be a child as an adult. Yeah, when you're a child, but at a time limit at 18, it's time to get out the house and move on your own. Because when daddy or mommy is not here, who's going to take care of you when you're 50 or 60 years old? You know, so that's why people who want control and power, those domineering, controlling parents, grandparents, they get what they deserve. Then they distort something holy so bad, they want to control and want to be the secondary god of these people. That is exactly what they get. So don't bitch and moan about what happened back in the day. Wake up in 2017. We're not interested in living in the 50s and 60s and 70s or 40s or 30s. We're not interested. I don't want to live in their days. You know what I'm saying? The best days of my life was the 90s when I was a teenager, when everything was liberal. I'm not a conservative, and I don't want conservative trash following me. Okay? So, you don't correct a scoffer. If I'm too much, if a person give you hell, you chose that hell by harassing a person who didn't want nothing to do with your message. So go to someone who does. Bye. But to go back to what I'm saying is that the people, you crying about, well, my kid will come out the house and I'm tired of taking care of him and he's 30 years old or she's 30 years old. Well, you caused that drama when you let that person grow up at 18 years old. I don't care if they don't know yet. It's time for them to know so they can know in the future how to live their life. Well, it's a baby. No, it's not a baby, you idiot. They are not in diapers. They're 18 years old. They're lost. Let you know they're 18. Don't go. The law overlook your law, your personal ideology. You're the one who was selfish for not letting that person go. It's time for them to go and make their own choices in life and make their own mistakes and learn from it. Not you trying to carry their load for them. That's all I have to say.